Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Monday, August 19th, 2019. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. For 99% of the people on the planet, being considered one of the world's top 4 talents in their craft would be an achievement of a lifetime. But then again, most people aren't Jennifer Taylor. The women's physique vet seems like she's been hell-bent on coming back to avenge last year's slide from the runner-up spot. And I've been told by people close to the Taylor camp that they think this should be her best overall look to date. Between Jen, Shanique, Natalia, and a recharged Dani Castillo, this should really be a fun year in the women's physique division. And watching how Jennifer fits into the whole dance should be one of the most interesting storylines in the division. Sometimes being a wildcard team in the playoffs pays off because people tend to overlook you as a serious contender. But when you have the pedigree of a guy like Ryan Terry, maybe the idea of being out is enough to kick the motivation into overdrive. The former Olympia runner-up is coming into this year's contest as a major underdog after off-season hip surgery basically knocked him off the radar for almost the entire season. In the past, RT's shown he has the ability to be one of the truly elite guys in the division. But with all these hungry young lions out there showing their teeth now, you can't help but wonder if he's healthy enough to take on the fight. I know Jonathan Hambrick and Jordan Plantico have been the 2 guys from the Classic Physique rookie class who've been getting most of the bodybuilding love this year. But I think it's about time people started paying more attention to Dancovea Anderson, because I think this kid is a star in the making. Despite the fact that he cleaned house at the Atlantic Coast Pro a few weeks ago, for one reason or another, he hasn't been in the spotlight the way some of these other guys have. I know that I've personally seen and heard some high-level vets in the division go on record as saying that they think he's the most impressive rookie out there right now, which is a high praise when you consider how great this class has been. This guy is as fun to watch as anyone we've seen all year long, so I hope he brings it at the Olympia, because he could end up being his coming out party. Here in the US, we have athletes who immediately jump to mind as people who broke down barriers and paved the way for the next generation. I'm talking about guys like Jackie Robinson and Jesse Owens, and so many others like them who literally made the impossible possible. And I know the analogy might not exactly line up with the bodybuilding world, but I think the fact that Valentina Mishina is about to be the first Russian-born women's physique athlete to ever compete on an Olympia stage is significant in some way. We're so interconnected now that bodybuilding is so global that it does sort of feel like Valentina is paving the way for a whole generation of girls to follow in her footsteps. This is just one of the cool things I love about our sport. And every once in a while, I think we should all stop to recognize how moments like these end up being the tipping point for something bigger in the future. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.